أعزائي المشاهدين، طابت أوقاتكم وأهلا ومرحبا بكم في هذه الحلقة الجديدة من برنامج صوب فينيسيا 77. مهرجان فينيسيا هذه السنة هو المهرجان الأول ضمن المهرجانات الكبرى في العالم الذي قرر العودة للانعقاد بشكل فعلي وليس بشكل افتراضي. السينما العربية محظوظة هذه السنة بالحضور إلى هذه الدورة، لأن هناك عدد لا بأس به من الأفلام وعدد لا بأس به من الطاقات السينمائية خاصة الشابة. اليوم نلتقي بواحدة من هذه الطاقات الشابة، المخرج المغربي إسماعيل العراقي. فشكرا جزيلا لك إسماعيل العراقي للتواجد معي.
شكرا لك، هذا شرف كبير. شكرا.
إسماعيل، أنت ولدت في مدينة الرباط في عام 1983 وهذا هو عملك الروائي الطويل الأول. دعنا نتحدث أولا، لماذا هذا العنوان زنقة كونتاكت وعن ماذا يتحدث الفيلم؟
كما تعلم العربية المغربية ليست عربية. This is why this interview is going to be in English. في العربية المغربية شارع يقال زنقة. زنقة is a small street, like the little streets you have in little neighborhoods.
Yeah.
So when you want to say about someone that he's streetwise, you say his Zanqa style. So Zanqa contact is it's an expression that's invented. It's an expression that is in the movie, but it's a good example of the street slang poetry of Casablanca.
أنت تتحدث عن كازابلانكا، عن الدار البيضاء. هل الفيلم هو عبارة عن تعريف بالدار البيضاء أو محاولة منك للتعرف على الدار البيضاء، على الشوارع الخلفية للدار البيضاء، لمعرفة ما هو مخفي أو بالذات الحياة الليلية للدار البيضاء؟
I think the film is Casablanca. What I tried to do is to show with every character in the movie a face of the city. And this movie couldn't happen anywhere else because it's written in the language of the city. And, you know, in Casablanca, I find that I just sit at a cafe and the script just writes itself. Because all these situations, Casablanca is like this newborn city. You know, in Morocco, it's very special because we are a very, very old country. We're a very traditional country. And Casablanca is a very new city. If you went 150 years ago where Casablanca is today, there was nothing. So it's a city without history. And it's like, I like to say that Casablanca is like where Marrakesh is an old lady, Fez is an old lady, Casablanca is like an adolescent. So it's both very beautiful and very ugly. It's at the same time. And this is Zanqa Contact. This is very much the spirit of the film. So the spirit you will see of everything you will see, the music, the characters, the way they talk, the dialogue, every joke in the movie, the way that people dress, it's all Casablanca. It's really Casablanca. So it's not a movie about Casablanca. It's a movie that is Casablanca. What's important to me is to show that in this city, what you will see in the movie, it's Casablanca is a city where there is no middle. It's the very, very rich and it's the very, very poor. There's nothing in between. So the movie will take you to the very, very poor places of Casablanca because they are beautiful. There are beautiful neighborhoods around, for example, the Hassan Tani Mosque. You maybe seen that mosque, which is a great pride, the great Moroccan pride. The whole neighborhood behind it, it's a very poor neighborhood. We call it Quartier Kuba. And it's at the same time, it's dangerous and whatever you will say, but at the same time, it's very beautiful and people help each other and there is a really great spirit of it. There is a special kind of spirit, special kind of poetry, special kind of, you have a lot of rappers, a lot of people that come from there that are expressing themselves. And at the same time, you will see also characters that are very, very rich. And, you know, this kind of dichotomy is where the friction comes from and it's where the story comes from.
هناك ثلاث مفردات في الفيلم وشخصيتان. المفردة الأولى هي الموسيقى، المفردة الثانية هم الشابين الفتاة والفتاة يجمعهم هو الحب.
The second theme is trauma. Is how do you deal with a bad history? Because she has a bad history, he has a bad history,
yeah.
And the way he's been dealing with his bad history is he's trying to hide it, to hide the pain with drugs, which doesn't work. Nobody ever, managed to hide pain with drugs. She's trying to hide her pain too, and that's what they have in common. And actually, this theme of trauma is central and very important in the movie. So you have the music, you have this trauma, which is giving depth to the characters, and then you have what was the third one? I don't remember.
The love between them.
The love, yes, because the love is the solution, not the heroin, not anything else. That's the solution.
ما هي إحساساتك إسماعيل أن يكون فيلمك الروائي الأول في أعرق أقدم مهرجان سينمائي في العالم، وأنت مرشح لجائزتين بهذه الحالة؟ الجائزة الأولى هي جائزة هوريزونتي أي جائزة آفاق، وجائزة الأسد الفضي للعمل الأول، للعمل الروائي الأول. يعني أنت تتنافس على جائزتين مهمتين من هذا المهرجان. ما هي What's your feelings?
My feeling is it's interesting that you talked about Cannes, because this year there was no Cannes. So this is Venice as it was before. So this is like Venice before Cannes was even born. This is the big event of cinema, and it's amazing, especially this year, because everyone is looking forward to Venice, because it's coming back to life after the corona. For us, just like for everyone, it was dead for a few months. We've been dead for a few months. So we tried to work our way through coronavirus. But of course, you had to stop at some point, and now we can go back to work and finish the movie in time for Venice. So that's not really important. What's really important is what I felt when I saw this announcement, which was just, this movie was, everyone's going to tell you their movie was hard to do. Every movie is hard to do. This was hell, this was a war. This was a real war. And like in every war, the first thing you think about is your army, and I was thinking about each and every person of my team, which was, we shot this movie like 7 minutes a day, 7 useful minutes a day, which is crazy. In cinema, usually you do 2. 15-hour days, venomous snakes, metal concerts, you name it. It was like crazy from the beginning, because this movie is kind of, it's kind of special. It's what everybody is saying, is that they never really saw something like this. So it was really hard to finance. So we had, with my producer, Said Hamish, we've been fighting our way through this financement thing for years, and then fighting our way through the process of shooting it with what we had, and we decided whatever it cost, whatever hard it would be, to never give up and shoot film. So what you will see is CinemaScope film, 35, even if it meant sometimes to have one take. There's a lot of shots that are just one take. For the actors, it was really, really hard. We were like, we were like a troupe, a theater troupe, because we rehearsed a lot. We did this in a really artisanal way. We made everything, ourselves. Every effects, every music you will see is live, recorded on set. So this is something that was really like, everyone put their heart in it. And of course, the announcement for Venice, it was like my heart exploded for all these people. It was like their work is going to be seen in this awesome place. And I'm still pouring out of gratitude for the team, for the committee in Venice, for everyone. It's really just right now I'm floating, you know.
أنا معجب كثيرا بتعبيرك. صوتك اختفى قليلا عندما قلت أنه الفريق وضع قلبه كل قلبه في هذا العمل. إذا طالما تحدثت عن الفريق إسماعيل، دعنا نذكر من هم أبطال فيلمك ومن هو مدير التصوير ومن كتب الموسيقى، لأن الموسيقى شخصية أساسية في هذا الفيلم.
So this is a family movie. This is a family movie because in this movie the main characters, the main actors are the actors of my short film Harash. So you will see Saïd Bey, who is a great actor, a great Moroccan actor, a superstar that gave me the great honor of being one of the main characters in this movie. Saïd has been a friend for many, many years. Also, the two other main characters, the couple, are Ahmed Hammoud, that you maybe saw in Mimosa, who is a great, great actor and director, a theater director too, a great intellectual, and the super mega rock star, Moroccan rock star, Khansa Batma, who is also a very dear friend of mine and who has been implied in this project for many, many, many years. So basically what I did is that I wrote the parts for them, for Murad Zawi, for Abdurrahman Ubehem. I wrote for the actors, I mean, casting, you know, because I wrote things that I wanted to see them do. So also the team is family because it's the music, you were talking about music, it's written by Alexandre Tartier, who was in high school with me. And I've known him since I was 15. I wrote all the lyrics, he wrote all the music. We've always been like very close friends, and also Neil Njay, who was also at our school in Rabat. And they all formed a band in London that's named Alaskandar. Great band, rock band. And the technical team is also like very dear friends from the days of La Fémis. So my DOP Benjamin Ruffi was my best man at my wedding, and he's like this great guy who loves to work film even though he's very, very young. And that's something that's great. Each person that worked on this movie likes the artisanal part of filmmaking, you know, making things yourself and you know, making things with your hands. The set designer Adrien Hernandez, also a very dear friend from the school days. My editor too, Camille Mouton, and this is like something that's very, very important to me, is to form this family and with the people that I met on this film, because you always meet new people. My costume designer Alice, my first assistant director Christelle, they are also like joined this family, you know, because you live together and you work together. And as I said, we were living like a rock band on tour, you know.
كنت عايز أقول لك أنا إنه هاي تبدو وكأنها سفرة مدرسية عائلية لفرقة موسيقية.
تماما.
تشبه سفرات أمير كستوريتسا وفرقته.
تماما.
إسماعيل، سؤال أخير. أنت تعرف جيلو بونتيكورفو، مخرج معركة الجزائر. عندما كنت أطالب أنا بالفيلم الجديد، متى يا جيلو حتنجز فيلمك الجديد، كان يقول لي أنا بانتظار الموسيقى. عندما تكون الموسيقى جاهزة يكون الفيلم انتهى، يكون جاهزا وانتهى وصنع. الآن أنت أشرت إلى ضرورة الموسيقى التي كتبت خصيصا لخنساء ولهذا الفيلم. كم كانت الموسيقى ضرورية وأنت تكتب؟ هل كنت تتصور المقاطع الموسيقية؟ أنت لم تعمل كاستينج مثل ما قلت، اخترت أو كتبت على أساس الشخصيات التي هي بالمناسبة سعيد ممثل كبير ورائع، وتحيتي إلى ولفريقك أيضا.
من نسيتهم رافق بوبكر وفاطمة عاطف. The big stars that allowed me to just, have short parts in the movie. I forgot about them, so.
Okay, your next film, I will act with you.
So about the music, for me, the example was not what you say about Pontecorvo. It was more Sergio Leone and Ennio Morricone, because for us, the music was, we started working on the music a year before we started shooting. And the music was recorded 3 months before we even started to shoot, because we wanted to be, when we were on set, we wanted to be able to do everything live. So what you will hear in the movie are 3 kinds of music. Either music that was recorded before, and that's the music that the characters listen to. Like he puts on a disc, but and for example, Saeed plays this guy who loves music, So he's kind of like me. He will go to his house. He will grab a disc, this vinyl that we made for the movie. For example, he will take it out. He will put it on, and you will listen to the music. This was live. It was real music that was already recorded. And the characters and the actors had been listening to that music for 3 months. So they really knew it, So that's the first thing. The second thing you will hear is, of course, the live music, which was rehearsed before, but it all happened in the moment. And the third thing you will hear are a collection of especially Moroccan rock tracks from the 70s, which I've been collecting since I was a teenager. And the songs that you will hear that are from Fadoul, from band Les Variations, from this kind of bands from this era, from Nasser Rewan, a lot, Aslam Hussein. This music was written into the screenplay. So, for example, sometimes you will see the characters just whistling, and the music was written in the screenplay. So we knew what will be playing over that scene. So, yeah, music was kind of like a blueprint for us. It was our second script.
Ismail, I'm crossing fingers, and I hope you أتمنى لك كل الموفقية بهذه المغامرة الجميلة في فينيسيا، ومع الموسيقى ومع ممثليك ومع حكايات الدار البيضاء في لحظة حب.
شكرا جزيلا.
شكرا لك، وشكرا لكم أعزائي المشاهدين، وأتمنى للجميع آلاف التحايا وملايين الأماني.